So I am Kelly Snodgrass. I work for RS Financial Group. We are a local financial planning firm here in Memphis. However, we have clients nationwide. We also have a property and casualty department for home, auto, commercial, life insurance, Medicare, basically all kinds of insurance with the exception of just regular health insurance. We don't help with that. And our office is in the White Station Tower. I work from home a lot, which is where I am now. And I've decided I need to get a nice little picture to put back here for my video. So I'll be working on that. Any suggestions are welcome. Let's see. And I also have another little side job, and I'm a brand rep for the #1 hair care company in North America. And I love both of my jobs because I get to help people all day, whether both jobs to save money, make money, and obviously on the hair side, I get to help people have more good hair days too. So as I was getting licensed for my job with all of my life insurance and property and casualty and just all the license that you have to take and all the courses you study to be able to do this job, I really started to realize how many misconceptions I had. So there was a lot of things that I thought I knew about being in the business and the financial world my whole life, and I realized that I didn't. So I thought once I really got my hands, a grip on everything and realized how much so many of my friends also had misconceptions about, I decided I wanted to start doing some Financial Friday posts. And every Friday I would post a question, and it's going to be a financial question or an insurance question. And then the following Friday, I would follow that up with a video. And just to try to help save anyone some heartache, because some of these videos and questions I have learned through hard lessons. So I would like to help you before you have to learn those hard lessons. I want to first, let's talk retirement planning. The average person is going to need saved to retire about $1 million if they want to retire with $60,000 a year. So say you just want $30,000 a year, then you need to have $500,000 saved. And depending on how you invest that money is going to decide whether you have to actually save that much, or if some of your earnings are going to help you so you don't actually have to physically put that much away. So if you are saving in a bank, obviously 0.05% interest or whatever the current rate is, it's going to take a really long time to earn any kind of interest. So you're going to have to save close to that $1 million without any interest. Without much interest being earned. Now, if you were to invest differently, say you invested in life insurance, annuities, the stock market, whatever it may be, other than the just a regular savings account, then you might not have to save quite as much. You can let your earnings do some of that work for you. Personally, for me, say if I wanted to retire at 65, which I would love to maybe retire before then, but 65, that's kind of the average age for people. That means I'm going to need to put away $43,500 a year. So in addition to paying for life. So I've got to get busy. However, if I would have started, which I have some savings, but excuse me, if I would have started saving at 20 years old for my retirement, I would only need to be putting $25,000 away, which is pretty substantial. So one way to do this is profit sharing. Does your current employer offer profit sharing? If not, would you like them to? It's one great way for you to save for retirement because it's going to be additional income and you can put it straight to savings. And then you'll still have your annual earnings and all that to live off of. So I have a great job. It's a professional job. I had to study. I had to get licensed to take it. It has great income potential, and but it is 100% commission based. And there are certain times of the year where people aren't really interested in talking about retirement, holidays, for instance. And I have residual bills. I'm a homeowner. I have a dog and a cat. and I'm an only parent of a 4-year-old child, and I want him to have everything. Although he is having to wait for his, we're celebrating this weekend, but his actual birthday party is going to be later this month, so that I could focus on helping as many people as I could with the profit sharing opportunity. So it's seriously been a life changer for so many just normal people. Actually, for many of my friends, and not just friends, but they're actually my clients too. So I know that it's real money. Anyway, so let's see where I am. Anyhow, I love my job. I have a great job. But sometimes we all need a little bit more money. And for those unexpected times, like when your washer and dryer break when your child is 3 months old, or your dog gets into the Easter basket. So there's going to be little times where you need extra money. Thankfully, I guess Chris was 3 months old when my friend Taryn, she's friend for a couple of decades. She's a stylist for over 40 years, and she reached out to me at the perfect time. I was having a lot of postpartum hair loss. My mom had just told me that I needed to cut my hair and that it looked pretty shabby. And when I looked at it, I realized that it did look pretty shabby. And I love my long hair. And who doesn't love their hair and want it to look good? So I said, please send me samples, and I needed to save the most money that I could, so I joined as a market partner. And looking back, what I know now, I probably should have waited until I was ready to be a market partner and actually sell at this when I joined, but it worked for me at the time. So I had a newborn. I was a manager at a bank, and I commuted like 2.5, 3 hours a day. So I didn't really have time. I definitely didn't want to sell any shampoo. So I just got the discount. I used it. I loved it for about 1.5 years. And then I realized really what I had my hands on. And my friends and family at this point were using it, and their hair was getting better. But I thought, I've got happiness and self-esteem in a bottle, and I need to tell everybody about this. Hey, Carrie, glad to see you on. I need to tell everybody about this so they can have better hair and they can have more money and be happier. More good hair days. Who doesn't love that? And the anti-aging part of the shampoo is awesome because my hair is actually lightened up in color, more like when I was younger. And it's thicker, it's better, it's healthier, and it actually stimulates new hair growth as long as your hair follicles aren't dead. So since I'm a talker, and especially about things that I either hate or love, it was really just kind of a perfect fit. And just like financial planning, I can help people. So I loved it. I could help people look and feel better by having more good hair days, bringing in less chemicals in their life since these are non-toxic products. And if you know me, you know that I'm kind of crunchy granola, so I don't have time for chemicals. So I love these products. I feel safe using them on Chris. They've actually helped his, he had really bad cradle cap. It was so gross, and eczema. And we don't have any trouble with either of those things anymore, which is awesome. Products are made in the US and they save people money. So since they're so concentrated, a bottle even lasts me several months. So I jumped in and I started helping people solve their hair issues. It's been wonderful to see the change in so many people's hair and their lives, especially for those who decided that they would like to talk about and share what they love too. Which, let's face it, really we all do that. We all talk about restaurants we love or don't love. We talk about hair stuff. We talk about everything, y'all. We talk about clothes, stores, anything. And we don't get paid for any of that. So I thought, well, this is great. I love it already. I might as well get paid for it. So it was really a win-win for me. But let's get back to the profit sharing. So this is the last month that hey mom, thanks for watching. This is the last month that our company is going to be offering 3 shares of our founders pool to new market partners. And you have a year to unlock them, which is extremely attainable. It's actually, all you have to do is get to Market Mentor, which is actually my next promotion level, which is also when you get paid to drive a white Cadillac of your choice. So still love my black F-150, and Chris says he's going to drive it when he's 16, but it would be nice to have something a little newer, maybe an SUV that I could pile in a few more kids in a few years. He'll have friends, you know, I'm sure they'll be wanting me to tote him around to different places. So that is going to be really exciting to move up to that mentor position. Anyway, if you join next month, you will only receive 2 shares. This is only something that I can't even believe that they're doing this. I'm so excited because this gives me the opportunity to, when I make that next rank, then I can also earn shares. And this is life-changing, guys. So I just wanted to tell as many people as I can. Obviously, next month you will still get 2 shares, which is great, but this month you get 3 shares. And what is the difference between 2 shares and 3 shares? About $24,000 a year currently. So these shares started out at $160 a quarter, and they are now worth about $6,000 a quarter per share and growing. As we near $1 billion in annual sales, these are going to continue to go up as they have been. 1% of our sales go into a pool, and then this is split out amongst all the founders. So currently, if you have 3 shares, that would be an extra $72,000 a year and growing. And personally, I need $43,500 a year to save for my retirement, which is still going to leave me $28,500 to pay for Chris's school, vacations, pay off bills, and other perks. So we have everyone from stay-at-home moms to doctors, nurses, stylists, teachers, attorneys, pilots, financial planners. We have everyone all across the board in our company. And if you love to help people or have ever thought, this is for you. And if you have ever thought about wanting to be an entrepreneur, to start your own business, but you were too scared or you didn't quite have the pockets deep enough or the time, then this is something that you should definitely give a try. It's anyone can do it, and you don't have to be like a super social person or anything like that. Honestly, for me being here on this live video, in a million years, I would have never thought that I would be going live. So there's been a lot of really great self-development during this process too. And guys, so would love to have you join me on this little adventure. You'll be engulfed in as much or as little help as you would like. And we have a really wonderful group of people, very warm, friendly. It's mostly women. We have a few men, several supportive husbands, a lot of kids. And we do fun customer events. We do fun training. And you're definitely welcome to utilize those if you want. If you're more of a person that doesn't really like to get out and do things, we can definitely do online, or if you're out of town, I have some market partners out of town, and I can help them online. And guys, I love to travel, and I always love a reason and a write-off. So if I'm traveling to my team members' home to help them do some Monate events or just help them, then I can write it off and I have a reason to travel. So I would love to help you, and I would love to come visit you too. So let's see, if you are interested in this, especially if you're